Panay, how much damage did you do?
Oh, right, yes.
Oh, it was an 8 for the second.
So that was an 11 and an 8.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so hold person.
And he has to make a wisdom save against that.
Okay.
So.
Save that wisdom.
Please don't. I assist this first mate.
Wow.
I don't know.
So a wisdom saving throw.
What's your spell DC, Cat?
It says spell save DC 13.
Okay. He makes it. He starts to feel like stuck for about a second before he waves it away. And he grins at you, and he's like, "You'll have to do better than that."
What a fucking wanker!
And now it's the Bella's turn. And she is redirecting the bane that she had before onto him. But also because he's got so close to Hal and Azura, she's going to try and hit him with the mace. I need to go get my dice. 2 seconds. I'm gonna hobble as fast as I can.
We believe in you, Minnie.
James has just arrived, and he's not gonna wait for me, so fucking prick. Right. And she hits, and does... Hang on. Where is me? Not silent. For... 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And
Get maced.
yeah, she absolutely maced him in the face. And it is his turn again.
Fantasy mace, it's literally just a mace.
And he casts Mirror Image. Suddenly, there are 4 of him, placed evenly around you, and you cannot tell which one is which. They all speak at the same time. Catch me if you can.
Help!
And it's Morph's go.
Okay. I cast Enhance Ability on Hal. And give him Owl's Wisdom, which gives you advantage on all wisdom checks. Get fucking good.
Which is good, because it's his turn next. Hal, please, for the love of God.
11.
With advantage?
Christ.
1 and 11.
That was with advantage.
With advantage.
I got 1 and an 11.
Oh my god!
The rest of you see the physical manifestation of Morph's help in a sort of glowing form. And it just seems to seep in, it seems to take. And you all turn to Hal, expecting a fantastic comeback. He's still drooling on the floor, sobbing.
I'm so embarrassed.
If
It's a good thing.
he seems to get more inconsolable.
11. I at least beat
It's a
10.
good thing this lasts for an hour.
Oh. Corianax looks over and he looks at Morph and Panay and Resh and he says, "I'm just embarrassed for you guys now."
Oh my god.
first.
Pane, you'll go.
What's the DC for this thing?
Okay.
Not high.
I know.
It's like a 15.
I started painting my nails at the
15?
wrong time. Okay, I'm gonna use magic missile. So that is 3 darts.
They just hit.
Yeah, they
Roll
just
the
hit, and
damage.
it's 1d4.
Unless you want to cast it at second level.
No, I'm going to just cast it at first level because we don't know which one's real. So I'm gonna cast it at 3 different ones.
Sure. Let me just double check what the actual come on, Chrome.
That's a
Hell's
really
eyes are
good
like-
way to counter mirror image.
It is
Yeah.
actually.
Hal's eyes are like glowing with this stupid blue light that he has never been able to see. That was just like coming out of him.
No. It's not glowing.
Fucking
He's not glowing.
useless.
He's just
I rolled again. I rolled again with advantage, and it got 20 and 14. I'm so mad.
Fucking, you really do have performance issues.
Mm.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to stop wording it like that.
okay. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
It wouldn't be you if you did.
Okay. No, that's the wrong. Sorry.
So mad. I'm good at exactly one thing in this game, and it's fighting.
Like Rush. Oh my god, Rush is like seriously considering just throwing his staff at you, you in the head. Like, wake up!
Okay.
Well, last week Isra said she would like shake him.
Okay, so you're going to send one of these 3 bolts at 3 things.
Yes.
Okay. Give me the damage.
Okay, so the first one is 3. I'm gonna send each bolt at a different mirror image.
Yeah, well, at a different Coronax. You don't know which one is the image.
Yeah, exactly. The next one is also 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is a 1.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it's a 2. It's 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yes, it is.
So 4, 4, and 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
4, 4, and 2.
So you managed to hit 2 of the mirror images. The 2
Okay.
hits Coronax. So he takes a couple of damage.
Oh,
Although
okay.
he doesn't
then
look-
I see which one it hits, right?
You see which one it hits, but part of mirror image is that he can switch in between these things. And so you see the both of them blur a bit, and you are now not sure which one is which.
Wonderful. Okay.
And it is Resh's go.
I only have 1 spell slot left, and it's gonna be a first level.
Do you have any cantrips that you could cast?
Nothing that would be useful in combat.
Okay.
Well, actually, I do have Produce Flame, but it's probably gonna be... Give me a second. You know what, I think this is probably as good a time as any to, cast Wild Shape.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
now is a good time to
A
turn
bear on
into
a
a
boat.
bugging bear.
Okay.
So, yep. With that, Rush roars and turns into a brown bear.
Fan-tucking-fastic.
Nice.
Coronax raises an eyebrow and he goes, "Oh, Druid, I haven't seen one of you in ages. Oh, this will be delightful."
Yeah, they do keep disappearing.
And it's the Bella's go, and she is going to do... Give me 2 seconds. Okay, she sees Resh, and she sees that although he's a bear now, might still run out of hit points, and she starts to weave light from sort of between her fingers, and it's very, very subtle the way that she does it, but it reaches out to Resh and it curls around him, and she has cast Warding Bond, so you get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage. Also, each time one of you takes damage, both of you will take damage.
Oh.
So,
You both take half, right?
also each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. That's it.
Isn't there
Just don't
resistances?
take damage.
Hang on. Oh, you have resistance to
Yeah,
all damage.
It has resistance
so you take
to all
half.
damage, yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Cool. And it is now Coronax's turn. He's going to rush both Morph and Pane for...
Really? We're quite far apart, are we not?
Hang on. I've lost my...
I'm standing in the bottom
Corner.
right corner, and then
Because I moved... Hang on.
Morph is
Nah,
over
I'm
by.
close to you now.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
ran up to
yeah.
crack the guy's head in.
Yeah, that's what I
Why
thought.
would you do that? God damn it, Martin.
Yeah. Now we're file. Open. What? Open. Open a file for me. Oh, please don't... Am I back? Am I back? Oh, thank
Yeah.
fuck for that.
Yeah, you're
Jesus
back.
Christ. So,
I'm
Oh,
feeling
boy.
the sympathy, man.
I'm so close to just quitting. Yeah, okay, cool.
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm still here. I just have to set everything up. Yeah, because Morph had to go and get closer. Before,
I was taking a drive.
anyway. Yeah, cool. And I need to put Coronax in now. I'm gonna put him in as pink. He is over. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm going to lose my shit. He is here. The pink one. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna rush. He's going to completely dodge the brown bear. Because he wasn't engaged with the brown bear in the first place. And go for Morph and Pane. And he does get the both of you, and he does... Oh, ow. 8 points of necrotic damage to both of you, and he moves so fast. He is
Ooh.
a blur amongst you, and you each feel tiny cuts opening on your arms and your legs, and they
I'm down to
sting
80.
incredibly badly. And he is suddenly on the other side. There we go. He's over there now. And
No victory,
it is
melee.
now Morph's turn.
Okay. Can't cast Sex Concentrate. Okay, I'm gonna cast Command on him.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make a Wisdom saving throw against 14.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your Bane.
Oh, that's not a... Yeah, he, what do you command?
I command him to grovel.
To grovel.
Yeah.
You shout grovel into the space of this chamber, and he pauses for a second, and he starts to bend down and put his weapon on the floor, and you don't see his face, and then his shoulders start shaking, and he laughs so deliriously. He's now that is rich. I will not grovel for anyone.
I use my bonus attack to hit him with my Warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, he
Wait,
did put
oh,
himself in a vulnerable position there, trying to fake us out.
Oh no, like he didn't actually drop the weapon. He just pretended as though he was about to, as he straightens back up. Okay.
Okay.
Roll for it.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
Get him mid cackle.
10 damage.
10 damage. So he sort of goes You rush forward, not fast enough for him to not see you, but not like slow enough for him to get out of the way. And you sort of catch him on the side, and he wheezes a bit, and he says, "Well, that was decent." And you can see a little bit of blood on the side of his mouth. It is Hal's turn now. Hal, please.
Does a 16 get me out?
Yes, a 16 does in fact get you out. Hallie fucking knew ya.
It was a 16 or a 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 16 will get you
finally.
out.
You're welcome for the advantage.
You're fair. Thank you.
You phase back into your physical body, and it's disorienting as fuck. Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh, please don't.
With advantage.
16 again.
You remember what you saw in that statue, and you feel you can see the rest of your party in combat, and it's probably not a great time to tell them, but you do remember.
Good.
I'll let you, because you're prone. Just, half your
I
movement.
wipe my face off.
Yeah, you're wait. You have a good long.
Like he just kind of and like just just like swipes his hand over his face. He's just like as he's trying to like see again. Okay, is anyone bloody right now?
I'm not bloody, but I'm close. I'm 3 hit points away from being bloody.
Kitty,
I'm good.
what's your HP?
She's wild shape at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, wild shape
She's
has knocked me back up.
she's
Okay. And Mortha's probably fine. So Penny, do you still have like? Are you still poisoned, Penny?
Oh shit! Yeah, she is. I haven't been doing that.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Can
I
I-
forgot as well.
Can I use a bonus action
Yes.
from prone? Okay, I'm gonna use rally. Use a bonus action. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see and hear you. The creature gains temporary hit points equal to the superiority die roll plus your charisma modifier. Penny, you get 10 HP back because Hal
Oh, thank God.
finally wakes the hell up.
He stops crying and
And-
then just yells at Panay.
It's just like whatever the
Oh,
hell's
thank God,
going.
you're better.
It's like whatever the hell is going on. We've got to finish this because you've got to get her out of there.
Okay, I am back up to 28. That is 2 off my mount.
Lovely jubbly. Panay, it is your go.
Sweet. Fucking. So I no longer know which of the okey-dokey.
Yeah, I should mark the false Coronax.
No
who's
worries.
Here. I mean, yeah. So you did when he blurred out. You did when you took the damage.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell in which direction it was coming from.
Okay.
So there's one in front of you and one behind you at the moment.
Fuck us. Right. Okay then. Are they in a 5-foot radius of me?
No.
No. Okay then, I am going to I'm gonna magic missile again, I guess.
Mhm.
So the first one does 5 damage.
Mhm.
I'm remembering to add that +1 this time. Second one does 5 damage again.
Mhm.
And the third one does 5 damage again. Nice!
You maxed out. Okay, so
Yay!
one of your missiles hits the last mirror Coronax, and he fizzles out.
Sweet.
The next Coronax takes the 10 damage, and he sort of chuckles and he thought,
You will
Wow.
take that 10 damage and you better like it.
at least that bought me a little bit of time. And Resh, it's your go.
I'm gonna rush and try for a claw attack.
Okay, go for it.
See first, see if I hit. 17?
17. It's the one just in front of you now, so
Oh, okay, so.
yes, that
And then I need to
17
roll.
does hit.
Okay, and now I need to roll 2d6 and add 4. Please don't. 11.
11. Cool. So you swipe across him, and as you do, you kind of realize that his blood doesn't smell right. Give me a
Okay.
perception check. As a bear.
As a bear. Okay, where's my freaking perception?
A perception check.
Perception. Oh, okay, my perception's so good as a bear. That's great. I got a 23.
A 23. His blood is not human. It is tainted with dark magics. You're beginning to suspect that he might not even be alive.
Oh.
Can
Ooh.
Is this anything like the smell and taste of Lady Maria's blood when I attacked her?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No, this sounds... It feels a lot more malicious.
Ooh.
Like, innately malicious, is where Maria was definitely a human that had turned to dark magics. You're not entirely sure this person was ever human in the first place.
Okay. That's okay. Good to know.
Okay, Fabella's turn. She's going to run over to Azura now, because she's decided that now that the 5 of you are up, it's all good. And she's going to try and shake her friend out of it. She's now out of initiative. And it is Coronax's go again. And he kind of cackles a little bit. And he says, "Oh, it's been a while since I've had this much fun."
Is that what we're calling this?
That's what I'm calling it.
Hmm.
And he reaches his hand out to Hal, and you can see him make
Oh,
a
no.
clawing gesture.
No.
And he says, "I don't really want another player in this fight.
No.
Please give me a wisdom
No.
saving throw."
Oh,
You have advantage. You have advantage.
14?
A 14.
No!
No.
Oh
Oh!
You
Oh,
do
God.
make
Yeah.
it. You do
Yeah,
save.
nice.
Oh, that was mean. I was expecting. Okay.
Um,
Okay, but you see, like, fear on his
you do see fear. Oh, so much.
With a
And
capital F.
with a capital F. Where's my...
Well,
And
this was a
you,
darker colour than
however,
I thought
so it
was.
doesn't get as much as he thought it would, and he looks like kind of miffed at this, but he does. Oh no, 19, 9 damage to you, and you feel it in your head. The psychic damage. It's just after what you've just come back from, it smarts a lot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's really not. It's not
'Cause
your day.
he's still prone too, because he didn't get up.
Yeah. Morph, you'll go.
Alright. I'm gonna... Is everyone looking reasonably healthy?
Yeah, I'm almost back to full.
That'll do. I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on my weapon,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and it now does extra radiant damage,
Wow.
Yes.
and I'm gonna hit him with it.
Okay.
Gotta love that radiant damage.
Go for it. Give me a hit.
18.
Yep, that does it.
So you take 4 normal damage and 3 radiant
He
damage.
actually takes 6 radiant damage.
Yeah, thought so.
Yes.
And he, at that point, howls as he realizes what you've done.
Oh shit, it's a cleric.
Morph makes that exact sound. And he starts to look slightly more wary now. Hal, it's your go.
Okay, he gets up finally. With half movement, can I still get to him, or am I too far back?
Let me have a look. You can get close to him. Like, you can get to where Resh is.
Okay, 'cause he's shaken. He takes out his shield, and so he has that on his arm, and he's going to get as close. Can I get? Resh is a bear.
Yep.
There's no point getting in between Resh and, but he. Well, okay. I know that she's not here right now. Is Alina still thralled?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
we've just assumed she's just been enthralled this entire thing.
Okay. See how close, Resh. Okay, I see you moving the thingy.
Yeah.
Which color is the bad guy?
Light pink.
Pink. Okay, I'm just asking.
The one that's really hard to see.
Yes.
Okay, pink.
I will make him
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get up there. He is, but he
bright
doesn't
pink.
get close enough to attack. He what can I do though? I can. That's rally. Within 5. Am I within 5 feet of him?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use
I really
fainting
need a grid.
attack.
I could use a grid right now. That would be great. But unfortunately, I'm an idiot. Go
That's
for
okay.
it.
That's okay. So he's gonna use fainting attack. So it doesn't. He rushes up and he does like a spin with his axe, but it doesn't actually attack him because it is a feint.
Okay.
And then he just has his shield up and ready. I get advantage on my next attack again.
Okay. Sure. Pane, you'll go.
Sweet, I am going to firebolt the motherfucker.
Please make sure that you realise that Morph is in the firing line. Please sculpt that spell.
It's
Or
not.
move 5 feet.
It's not a cone or anything. It's just a direct attack.
Yeah, but I'm talking like Morph is in that path of direct attack.
Yeah, fine. I scoot around so Morph is no longer in that path of direct attack.
You.
Okay.
I'll
so,
let you go this way.
that is a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. And it's 1d10, which is... There you are. 10. That is 5.
5. He's starting to not particularly impressed.
I keep setting him on fire.
Yeah. He sort of looks at you and says, "You have an obsession, my dear." And Rash, it's your go.
It's handy obsession, what can I say?
Well, since I'm so close anyway, I'm gonna try again for another claw attack. Oh, nat 20!
Oh yeah,
Woo!
do that crit.
Double that dice.
Okay. 9 times 2, 18 plus 4, 22 damage.
20.
Oh, shit.
Sweet.
Fucking nice. Yeah, he's looking a little bit shabbier now. But it is his turn again.
How shabby is he? Shabby chic?
No, not really. Yeah, he's going to. He sees a lot of people around him, and he grins before he clicks his fingers, and suddenly a great many blades appear, point outwards, and dart forwards. I'm gonna need Resh, Hal, and Morph to give me a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Ah, what the fuck? Look at my dice. I hate this game.
13?
Nice curse.
Hang on, let me just double check.
10.
Oh.
2.
That was a good noise.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Which is ridiculous because he has his shield in front of his face.
Yeah, unfortunately, you both.
Oh no, wait. I got 14 because the bonus that Little gave me. I forgot about that.
Okay, so you take half the damage.
Okay.
And he, however, the other two. So that is 10 damage to you two. And Resh, you take 5.
Okay.
And he dances almost around back to where Alina and Fabella and Azura are.
Oh, I wanted to. Oh, well, that's my fault.
And now it's Morph's go.
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
Twice more.
You run up.
Oh. Yeah.
Give me that attack roll.
First one's 16,
Yep.
second one's 23.
Yep.
Nice.
Right. Dice. $18 bludgeoning damage
Wow.
and 3 3 radiant damage.
So that's 6. I can do maths in my head. That's a lie, I can't.
18 plus 6, so 24.
It's not that.
No, not 24. It's
I'm
20.
trying to subtract it from the thing.
It is.
Maths.
Yeah.
Maths.
Okay, he looks quite not good at this point.
Like, not good.
He looks very awful. And at this point, he kind of smirks and he says, "Oh, it's been delightful playing with you lot. Unfortunately, I have things to do, money to make, people to kill. I can't spend too much more time here. I think I'll just leave you with this and hope I get to kill you another day." And he turns around and Eldritch blasts the side of the boat.
No. Oh.
Fuck.
And
What a wanker.
you can see the wood crack and groan underneath this spell. The wood splinters, and then it bursts.
Fuck, I'm definitely getting counterspell when we level up. Fuck.
And
Yes.
in comes a torrent of seawater. He turns back to you and waves with his fingers. Ta-ta! And he dissipates in a cloud of black smoke.
Ah!
I grab Alina and I'm just shouting, "We can't leave!" But I'm looking. I grab. Can't leave. We can't leave.
Hang on, you're
Stuck
cutting
in
out.
there.
You're cutting out.
Oh, I'm cutting out.
Are we still in initiative?
No, you are now out
Okay.
of battle.
Oh, god damn it.
How
can
big
I
is the
use-
hole?
It's a sort of a foot wide.
I can mend that.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna say, if you can't, I can try Ray of Frosting and freezing the water. I don't, like...
Wait, hang on. How big is a foot? Wait.
A foot is
Not
the size of
much.
your foot.
Oh. Right, in which case, imagine a 27-inch screen.
That's more like 2 feet.
Okay.
But you have 2 people who can cast mending.
That's very true.
They just mend
And it's a cantrip!
Yay!
Just slowly mend it shut.
I mean,
It does take a minute.
yeah, do keep
Which
in
is
mind you're on
maybe
the
a bit
bottom
Can I-
level of the boat, and this means
Can
that the
I-
water is coming in very, very fast.
So, before they cast Mending, can I use Ray of Frost to try and freeze the water that's coming in?
Okay, yeah, give me, an Arcana save.
An Arcana save,
Just to see
right.
that you can do this.
Okay. So Arcana is my intelligence. Sweet. Okay. Come on, big money, no enemies. Yes! 19! So
Yeah.
that's 19 plus 6.
So you kind of hold your hands out, and you can see the energy just falling from your hands into the water that is pooling at the bottom of the ship, and it starts to crackle and freeze. And it keeps it from rising any higher, but there is more water coming in on top of that.
No, what I wanted to do, I wanted to freeze the water as it's coming in through the hole.
Oh, okay. In which case, you start to close up the hole because you can't it doesn't stay still long enough for it to freeze.
Yeah.
So you can try, and it kind of works, closing the hole as far as it goes. And it gives you about, I can do measurements in my head, half a foot of leeway. And the water is coming in slightly slower.
Okay, brilliant. We just keep this up until you guys finish casting
Yes.
Mending.
Morph and Rush can work together to mend the
Ray
hole.
of Frost is a cantrip, so I can keep doing this all day.
Mending too. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay,
Triple cantrips.
yeah, roll for mending. I just, like, you can do it. I just want to see how well this goes.
Would my Ray of Frosting it first give them advantage on that?
That's not.
Not necessarily,
17?
because mending can only work in, like, a 1
Yeah.
foot radius. And
Yeah, it's
because
a
they're
1
trying
foot
to
cube.
use it, like, mesh it together,
Yeah,
it's going to be more complicated.
fair
Well, I
enough.
got an 18.
An 18?
Okay, I got a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are making it. You're making it close up. However, as soon as you do, you can hear explosions from the top deck.
Oh, for
Like,
time to grab Azura and run.
can
No,
I
we're not leaving her behind. Millie, her? Them?
sometimes the
Azura she's still beside herself. And Hal, you know why.
Oh yeah, no, Hal knows why. So like the others start to run and Hal's just like, no, we don't know. And he grabs like Azura and he's like trying to get her to stop singing.
I still have one spell slot and I was saving it for this. Can I try Charm Person on Azura?
I'm going to say no.
Well,
Oh,
Hal sees you like, so he's like, no, she has every reason to be doing this. We have got to get her or him, Millie. Do I know?
You don't know.
We have to get them out of there. That she has every reason to be upset. Just no, we can't destroy the statue, or we have to get them out of there.
can I
Kitty, there's a
check the
child.
words?
Kitty, not Resh. There's a child inside.
Oh shit.
There's someone terrified in there. No, don't charm her. It's not her fault. But then he like turns to Azura and he's gonna like try to shake her or hit the bell. Like, you have to get her to stop singing because I can't think with that noise that she's making.
Hey Martin, do you have a spell slot left for
No,
silence?
absolutely
no,
not.
Doesn't he has no spells.
Okay, while this is going on, can I go and see what can I left peeking up on the mast upstairs.
Yeah, he's...
Can I see what's going on upstairs, please,
Yeah.
where the explosions came from?
Yeah, okay. You
Looking
channel your sight through peeking, and you just see most of the top of the boat on fire.
Oh! Can I see what caused the fire?
No, it's just
No,
on fire now.
I bet it was that fucker.
Yeah, give me like an intelligence check.
It was that fucking wanker first mate bastard, I bet. That is 12 plus 6, that's 18.
Yeah, you can tell these were caused by Molotovs.
Oh,
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
his other
Okay.
crew.
and there's nothing, there's like no other boats surrounding us or anything like that?
There is one tiny rowboat
Ah!
off in the distance.
Can I make Pex fly towards it, and can I see if that
Coronix.
first mate?
Coronex. So Pex takes a couple of minutes to get to where they are.
Okay, right. I'll
So
let
in the
Pex do that
meantime,
Yeah.
and bounce back into myself. The boat's on fire, everyone, and it wasn't me. I'd just like to point this out now. But the entire top deck is on fire, and I think it might have been Molotovs.
Okay. Is the door open? Like the door to the hull?
Yeah, it was smashed open.
When I talk to Azura like that, does she stop singing? Does she respond at all?
Give me a charisma check.
One thing. 16.
16. With a 16,
Like that.
you look straight into her eyes, and she looks like she has an intelligence about her that she didn't have previously. What are you saying?
I know exactly what you feel in there. We're going to get her out, but if the whole ship goes down, what if we're over a trench in the ocean and the sirens can't reach her? What happens then?
The sirens.
You have to calm down.
They will get her. They have to get her.
But if they don't, listen, I do not want her to stay in there. We need to stop the ship from going down, and then you and I need to get her out of there.
How are we
And we're
supposed
gonna...
The only way is to sink the ship. I can't carry this by myself.
Okay, it's magic. We've got wizards and clerics, we've got acolytes, we've got people. Things. You can't kill every ship. There's already another child on this ship.
None of them have levitate.
Yes, we'll figure it out. You can't kill the little girl in the cabin on the upper decks to save this one down here. It doesn't work that way. We will
There
get her
are
out.
escape boats.
We will get her out. We're in the middle of the ocean.
That seems just fine to me.
This is not to me.
And who
No,
gives a
You're
damn
going to get...
about what you think? Roll persuasion.
I'm gonna roll to hit her. 15.
15. She...
Wait, persuasion?
Yeah.
Hang on, wait. Do I have... I don't think I have proficiency.
There we go.
No, I don't. 15, yeah.
Okay. She seems to come back into herself a bit. And she looks at you and says, "You can go. I'm not leaving."
I'm coming back.
That's what they
Yeah.
think.
I mean, does anyone have more do any of you have?
No.
Resh is
I
honestly
only
just
have-
considering knocking her out.
Yeah, I've only got
Yeah,
Firebolt
most too.
Precipitation and some other.
Chaotic neutral here. Tie her up, gag her.
Because I don't want her to destroy the
That's
ship.
kinky.
Isabella?
If she keeps singing, we're all fucked.
She's not singing anymore.
No, but in case it happens again, I
I
don't
see.
trust her. I don't trust what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, then because you're all tapped, like Hal is like, I have to deal with what's on the deck, but Isabella, can you go get the other passengers and tell them that the ship is on fire to do something? Anything?
She nods frantically and takes
Yeah,
a...
go get
takes a-
Sarah. Go get the crafting couple from their room. They got to have something. And the three of you, and he looks at the three of you, is like, just, it's magic. There is a child trapped inside of it. It's what the sirens want. Just how do we get them out? And he just like does the Will Smith like gesture at the statue. What do we do? It is a magic. I hate magic.
I'm starting to hate magic. Damn it. Has Pex reached over where the boat is by
Yeah,
now?
I
or
would
does
say
he-
so. You
Yeah.
channel back in and you see no sign of Coronax.
So who's in the boat?
It's
The captain.
the motley crew. The
Okay.
rest of the tattooed-faced guys.
So there are no crew members left on board the boat.
Mm-mm.
There's the three that we have.
Oh yeah, the thralled ones who we tied up.
Yeah.
But that's
Okay.
all.
So I come back with even more bad news. Most of the crew is gone. We're fucked. Mm,
Arcana checks.
I know, that's what I was about to
yeah.
say.
Can
I
we
do
do
an
an
Arcana check on
Arcana
the-
check?
On the
I rolled a
statue.
7.
Oh, wow, Hal.
So
In fact, Hal, no, you don't need to do an Arcana check. You already know. Kit and Panay, give me a check.
20.
Oh,
Non-nat.
yeah.
I got 17.
So, you can tell that the stone itself is only made magic because of the thing inside it.
Now, when you say
And-
inside, do you mean
is it a shell?
like physically, or yeah, like a shell around it, or
Like
is
magically
it's
inside.
imbued? And yeah.
I mean, as if someone has trapped something inside the statue.
Oh.
Physically?
Yeah.
Physically.
Oh, physically. Okay, I pull up my pick. I've bashed a rock before. I'll bash a rock again.
Okay, you guys with your Arcana check can also tell that this is a water-attuned being.
It's a what now?
A water-attuned being.
Water attuned being. Well, there's still a good amount of water here in this room, considering what just happened. So hopefully
Yeah,
it's enough to
it's
sustain
like-
them for at least when we get them out. Alrighty then.
Is the statue sitting in the water?
No, you are on a raised deck above the actual, like, hollow of the boat.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look at not the Bella, at Azura, and I'm. Okay, well, how will the sirens get them out? Tell us if it's anything we can do.
What do you mean, how?
Hello.
They'll sink the ship.
Yeah, and then they'll have a child stuck in a rock. How are they gonna get her out of the rock?
Most magic. Why?
Well, I have a wizard. I have a cleric. I have a druid.
They are
There are
all
not a lot of druids.
spent.
Yeah, I know that, but they still know
If you
things.
give me 4 hours.
They're not stupid. I'm the only one who can't cast magic here.
You have no right to take her out.
Why not? What? And leave her in is better.
No. But she will not be left in.
Her out. I won't leave her in. I'm asking you to help us get her out so we can take her to the deck. I'll jump into the ocean myself if I have to give her back.
You can try what you want.
I shake her. It's like, I am asking you for help with this. If you don't know, say as much and don't waste my time.
I
Can I
don't
roll intimidation?
know.
Okay.
Then what
How high is
good
the
are
platform
you?
it's on?
Hmm?
How high is the little raised platform it's on?
No, so the hang on. I'll do a cross section of the ship.
How high are we off the water, basically?
You're about 5 foot off the bottom of the water. Hang on, I need the brush. This is the boat. Way. These are the decks.
Open the doors and see all the people.
You are here on this kind of business. There's a statue. And there's another one on the other side.
Another statue?
No, another platform.
Another raised platform.
Sorry.
There's the stairs. And the door.
I'm watching with delay, remember?
Yeah.
This is where the water is. I am such a good artist.
You are.
10 out of 10 would give first again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm trying not to meta at all. Can I do just I don't want to do a wisdom check.
You still have advantage,
You like
it
me to
lasts
do the
for an
wisdom
hour.
check?
You still have
I'm gonna do
advantage because it lasted for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, with a 13, do I know that there's something important about that?
Important about what?
The water.
What? I mean,
It's water. Okay, so the stone is water attuned. They've already said that.
yeah.
I look at Resh and I'm like, okay, well the druid stone was earth aligned. Do you know any water spells like druid craft water version?
All I can do is create more water, and I don't think
Could
we
you
need
just
to.
do that, please? Just do anything.
Try
you just,
that on
You
the
created vines
stone.
on the. Yeah, you created vines on the rock and it opened a portal to another world. Can you just cast water on this thing and maybe it'll open a portal to wherever they are?
Okay, actually, can I just, before I use my last spell slot
Uh-huh.
on create water, can I just try Druidcraft on to see if it responds at all?
So you use Druidcraft, your very much earth-aligned spell, and nothing happens.
Okay, well, time to create water. That's my last spell.
Brilliant. I don't have anything water related, so let's hope this works.
You have... Well, you have ice.
Yeah, would
Ice
that
knife.
count?
No, not ice knife.
Would Ray of Frost count if it's
Please
like
don't freeze the
If
baby.
it's physically inside, then we just need to crack it open.
Could you
Yeah.
please, Resh? I will give you 100 gold to cast water on this.
Oh, well, okay, fine. He was casting it before, but I mean, hey, 100 gold.
How do you want to cast the water onto this rock?
I want to spill it from the top.
You want to spill it from the top. So
Yeah.
you raise your arms and palms open, flat up, and you create.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah, mom spaghetti. You create water, and it comes down in like a trickle of rain. And you don't see anything for a couple of seconds as it pools in the top of the rock of the statue on her head, of the mermaid on the head. And then it starts to fall down, and wherever the water touches, the statue seems to turn into glass. And you
I
can
climb
see-
up it.
and you can see through it.
Oh shit.
As more and more water comes down, the mermaid on top of this big rock becomes she becomes completely translucent. And as it starts to fall down into the base, you can start to see the form of a merchild.
Wonderful, someone stole a child.
Yes, that's why they're attacking the ship. That I would attack a ship. Yes.
Yeah, to be fair.
Okay,
Azura
so now that I
at
can-
this point she has her mace out and she is cracking at this stone.
I join her.
Me too.
Yeah.
Everyone give me strength checks.
Bash, free the baby.
I mean,
20.
And now they
Yeah.
can see where not to
Oh no,
strike.
21.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling because my strength is shit.
How?
Also, I only have a quarter staff.
Strength.
gonna-
He's
you
not
roll a one
useful.
again?
He's not useful. I
Did you
rolled
roll a
7.
one?
I rolled a 7,
Oh.
so I got
What?
9.
Well, I mean, Wolf is plenty strong for the both of you.
Exactly.
apparently.
So I'm giving Resh his. I just take the whole person, just throw it at him. It's a bitter.
Hal's just like tap 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 on the side, and then my hammer
Yeah, it
just
just
comes
comes-
through it.
What he's doing, he's actually like got his hands on it because he's waiting for it to crack, so he can just pulling at it. And it's not being very helpful. Yes.
Your mom asking, call the kids.
Oh no, I forgot. I'll call.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'll call them in a minute.
Sunny's in trouble.
Forget to do something.
Oh.
Oh, fuck adulthood.
Yeah, I feel that viscerally.
So Morph, as you and Azura swing into this statue, you can see the spider cracks running up the side of the glass. And you keep hacking at it until you get close enough that you don't really want to hit it anymore for fear of hurting the child. Most of it has crumbled away now.
Is there any bit of the child that is like loose from the crystal?
No, because you haven't, like, there's maybe a couple of centimeters of sort of crystal left. But you realize if you start to hit at that, you might start harming the child.
Have we managed to like get the amount of like crystal down to something small enough to be carried up to the deck and chucked overboard?
You have not yet taken the mermaid off the statue. You can try and thwack the mermaid off the statue.
Can I do that?
I mean, it's a pretty hefty, like, statue.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
I got a nat 20, so am I just going around like with my pick, like making chunks and indents around her to get it off?
Yes. In fact, with a nat 20, you, with your pick, managed to take off not only the mermaid, but actually precision, like, mine around this child in order to... You sort of get a side of her free. And you don't want to go anywhere near the face, because just in case. But you have made a big enough dent in it that you can almost get your hands sort of into the crevice where she is.
Is she like solid in there, or does she have like a little bubble?
And she's solidly in there. It's
Oh.
crafted like around her.
That's
Is this
awful.
like crystal or is it like ice?
More like crystal.
Okay, cool.
It's not cold to the touch. Oh well.
Okay.
It's like ambient temperature. It's
And
cold
she's not
only because
awake?
no, she's not. She's very
Okay.
much not awake. And you sort of start to sort of tug and try and get her out of this crystal formation, and Azura comes by and starts to help, and after a sort of a good like 5-10 minutes, you manage to pull this child from the crystal, and she looks incredibly unhealthy, and she is limp.
I don't have any health potions.
Is she like full on dead?
No.
No, she's a merchild. Put her in the water. Like, lower her down into the water.
Yeah, jump down.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then I'll
I
cure
mean,
wounds.
that's like a good 5 foot.
I
I
jump.
It's only
I
5
jump.
feet.
If Azura
not that
won't,
high.
if Hal will either pick Azura
I'm not
who's holding the
entirely
child
sure
up,
how
or
you're
he'll
gonna
just jump.
get back up.
I have
It's
rope.
Okay, whatever.
Hal doesn't care.
Okay,
I
right.
literally have so much rope.
Hal
You-
doesn't care. Hal literally takes the child. Does Azura let him take the child? Millie?
No, she doesn't. In fact,
Okay.
Azura takes it from you, Hal, and she jumps down.
Okay.
Um,
I look at Rush. Can I have a length of rope? And then I jump down if he gives me a rope.
it's
You're not.
I don't care.
as
Yeah,
before
just
you
go and
do
drown
that,
yourself.
I spent 7 rounds of combat.
before you do that, Azura hits the water, and you can see, as soon as she does, her legs aren't her legs anymore.
Oh, she was a fucking spy for the mermaids.
And she looks almost confused at this. She, give me perception checks.
That is 14.
8.
8.
23.
23. Hal?
I got a 1.
Okay.
How's just looking at the kid?
Okay.
Hal doesn't even notice that her legs are no
think-
longer legs.
I think you need new dice. Kat, you realise she wasn't expecting that to happen at all. In fact, she's actually kind of panicked about it. And she starts to claw at her neck as gills appear. And she panics even more because she can't breathe. And
Okay.
Go under the water!
Okay, I'm gonna keep recording, but I do have to make this phone call. I'll be right back.
From where we are, can we see if the merchild has got any better?
so the merchild is at the moment floating limply in the water. She's not doing great. Azura stops panicking for about a second as she pulls herself under the water and takes the child with her.
Right. Where are they going to go? Realistically, she better
No, they're
not
just
punch a
trying to-
hole in the bottom of the boat.
They're just trying to breathe. Just trying
Yeah.
to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay down there for the foreseeable future. You can see that Azura is looking at the hole you just mended.
Oh, fucker.
But now that she has the child, she's not nearly as willing to sink the boat.
Okay.
So they are just sitting in this pool of water.
Right, how deep is the pool of water?
5, 10, something like that.
Yeah, couple meters.
Okay. God damn it, because I've got one
Okay,
cure
I'm back.
wounds left, but obviously
What were
it's
you?
got a verbal component to it, so I can't cast it underwater.
You
What's
can
wrong?
yell really hard underwater.
Yeah, that is true.
Just
I
stick your
jump
face
in.
the water.
Yeah.
What happened?
So
I've got one cure wounds left that I can use on the
I
merchant.
heard that. What's wrong? She went into the
Nothing.
water, she turned to a mermaid. Nothing's wrong.
They're just chilling there.
yeah,
The
now
baby's
that
not breathing?
Azura has the child, she's a lot less concerned about trying to get her out of the ship in its totality. She's been looking up that hole that you guys just mended, side-eyeing it. I could just break the ship.
Wait, from
We
so,
should find some way to get them out of here and over the side of the boat. And we should probably put the boat out.
the fire, yeah. What is the child breathing? I missed that.
We don't
I
know.
was on the phone.
Yeah,
She was just kind of limply floating in the water.
and Azura has pulled her completely under now.
Okay.
Right, can I hop into the water as well?
Yeah, go for it.
I duck
I'm
my
gonna-
head underwater and I start screaming and gesticulating to the surface.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you have it.
I'm just like,
Okay, yeah. Tell me, is that 1d8 plus or 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier?
yeah, that's 1d8 plus, yeah, plus my spellcasting modifier.
Mhm.
So, but I need to be able to touch, and then obviously it's got a verbal component to it,
Right.
which is why I'm trying to get her to come up to the surface so I can cast the fucking spell,
Okay.
or at least up towards the surface.
Okay, so Azura knows the spell because she's an acolyte, and she's almost shaking her head, and you can hear her say, "It won't work. It's not a physical wound."
Well, would you say that the child is stable then?
The child, you actually can't tell what gender it is breathing as far as her gills are moving,
Okay.
but she is not shown any signs of consciousness. Azura
Right.
looks up to you and she goes, if you can just return her to the sea, I think I know that they'll be able to mend her.
Okay. So they're
Continue
underwater.
pointing up, like,
How deep is that water?
A couple of meters.
Meters.
Well-
Wow, the ship took on a lot. Okay.
Morth has already started running up, looking for the scholars, and is going to try and start putting the boat out.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's swim back up to the surface.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked Penny, how much ice can you make with Ray of Frost? Like, if we just blow a small hole in the bottom of the boat, there's already so much water. Can you just freeze all of the water that's here, and then more water can't push up?
That is cantrip.
I know.
It's a
That's why he's
cantrip, so
asking.
I
If she just
can't-
like keeps doing it. That's why
It's
he's
not-
asking. He doesn't know.
I mean, I can cast it repeatedly on various areas, but I can't do. I doubt I'd be able to do too much with it. But every little helps.
Okay, that your confidence does not give me confidence. Okay, no.
Because it's
mean-
normally a targeted attack, so it's not like it's got like a conal area to it or anything. Normally as a spell, but
I mean, I will literally pick them both up and jump over the side of the ship if that's what I want. I don't care. I want them off the boat. I don't know about Azura so much, but definitely the
Yeah.
child. And if Azura can go with her, then yes, that's like, I will
Yeah.
carry them.
like, have I been able to coax Azura with the child up towards the surface? So that
Yeah,
we can
like
take the child.
she's close to you now, but she almost doesn't want to let the child go above the water because she knows that she can't breathe above the water.
Right.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that's fair. That makes a lot of sense.
How long would it? How quick is the run
I'm-
between where we are and the deck?
7.
I'm going to ask the acolytes if they have, like, a chest
Well, I mean,
that's fairly large.
this is one of the acolytes.
Oh, no, well, yeah.
I mean, you can go and ask. You can just.
Do they have a big box that might hold some
You
water?
actually go when you're running past to try and find a big box. You see the kitchens again, and there you see.
water barrels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some big barrels.
Get it!
Fucking do it. Roll it down.
So Pane and Azura are sort of arguing a little bit about how to go about this, and then suddenly you
Me
hear
taking big gulps of breath and
Thump,
then
thump, thump,
as like
Hell's just like, yes! That works. I will
barrels
carry that.
force down the stairs onto this platform.
Yes, fill it with seawater, and we'll put the child in. Azura, can you shift back to make this easier?
And
And
Azura
then-
sort of shifts onto her back and flips her tail very clumsily. She doesn't
Yes,
know
that's what I
how to
mean.
use it, but she manages
Okay.
to propel herself back a little bit.
It's not what I meant. It's not really what I meant. I meant, can you change? I'm gonna guess no. Okay, so.
She looks at you and she goes, "I have no idea."
Okay, I can't lift. I can't lift a barrel full of water with a child and a grown. So I can lift.
If you can
One or
just
the
take
other.
the child.
We.
That works for me, and then Morth can carry you, and we'll yes.
Okay.
I look at Morth like you can do that, right? Come on.
Arrest
Come on.
has the rope, so
Cool.
Um, so
Yeah.
you drop the barrel over the barriers
With the rope. With
Yeah.
rope.
with the rope.
Yeah.
Okay. And Azura sort of maneuvers the barrel. She sort of takes it quickly off to the side to wash it out because she was pretty
Yeah.
sure there was like ale in there. She doesn't really want to put a child in an ale barrel.
Please.
Sure,
don't.
let's
but
have the
she
child wake up drunk.
sinks it underneath and pulls it back up, and it's sort of half,
Mm-hmm.
3/4 full with water. And she places the child gently inside, and she
Mhm.
tries to sort of wiggle her way up a bit to get the end of the rope and tie it around, although she's not entirely
Can
sure.
I help? Because I'm still in the water.
Yeah, sure. So you guys together sort of wrap the rope up like a parcel, almost.
Mhm.
So it's got, points of stability. And Tana,
Oh, thank God for the never-ending rope.
you knock
Mm.
on the barrel, and Hal
Yeah.
starts to winch it up. And
Yeah, I look at Resh. I assume Resh is helping, even though he's not the strongest, but I assume Resh is helping, and Hal's just like, the best 10 gold you ever spent.
and the barrel is up and on the platform now. What are you doing?
I send the other one down with another length of rope to get to get Azura out.
Yeah. So Azura looks cautiously at the barrel.
I don't
and
know
think-
if you need the barrel. I don't know if you can. You seem to be able to breathe. Like, if you want, we can carry you without the barrel.
She
but-
looks at it and she goes, We won't know until we try.
Okay.
And she holds onto the rope as hard as she can, and you hoist her up.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you do the same with Pane as well. You just
Nah.
Yeah, she can stay
Yeah.
down there.
I'll just,
You'll just
tread
chill.
water.
You'll
It's
just
fine.
chill.
It's fine.
I-
It's a good job I
Penny
don't wear
actually-
a robe. It's a good
Yeah.
job I just wear normal clothes.
Yeah. Penny actually has the rope tied around her.
Yeah.
And then we just winch her up.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just slowly being winched up. And Azura hits the platform, and the tail is most definitely still there, and the gills are most definitely still there. And she's almost crying now in confusion because she has no idea. She says, "I didn't know I could do this."
You learn something new every day. Let's go. Let's move.
Okay.
They scoop her up.
Before she starts suffocating on air.
Yeah.
She
I'm
If
not
she
going
looks
quick,
like
but I'm
she's
going.
having trouble, I'm just
throw
gonna
her
dump.
overboard.
No, I'm gonna dunk her head in the barrel.
Gently. Gently.
Yeah, you're having trouble breathing. Waterboards.
Oh yes, thank you.
No.
That was much better. Okay, yeah, you're all running up to the top of the Penny. You are sopping wet. Your clothes are
Yeah.
just squelching everywhere.
As we're going, I'm prestidigitating it dry.
Absolutely, it's
Like-
gonna take a solid half hour for that to work.
One square foot at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you get up to the top where you can see everyone that is still on board is trying to put out the flames. Not to a great amount of success.
Would Ray of Frost help?
You can put out maybe a couple of portions with Ray of Frost, but the fire
Cool.
itself is actually it's bitten into the wood now. It's not just a surface thing anymore. It is now burning. It's now being fueled by the ship itself. You can see a couple of the ropes that hold the sails are going up as well.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Can people?
Isra!
I have my last second level spell.
Well, can people give me a perception check?
Okay.
Yeah, 1.
24.
That is
Morse is preoccupied with the fish woman in his arms.
18.
18. So you guys can see Kat and Pane. A ship approaching.
You know, we just kind of left Elena in the fucking hole.
No,
No, Halid has her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
So yeah, train of thought. Yeah, you see a ship approaching in the distance. Pane, and actually no, I think Pane would be the only one that recognizes this. Give me a history check.
History. Horrible history. That is a 25.
A 25. You recognize this ship as the equivalent of the Fantasy Coast Guard.
Thank God.
They
So we could
wonderful.
have sunk the ship.
they have seen a
Column
great
of fire.
plumes of smoke and have gone, that's a bit not good, and set off. So they're probably about sort of 15 minutes away.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
guys, but
Alright,
you,
I-
Pane, you now know that you have an escape route.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't know about that.
No, you don't.
No.
It's the Coast Guard!
Okay, I look around at that. So what I'm doing at the edge of the ship is I'm taking that we winched the barrel up with, and I'm looping it around the balustrades.
Yeah.
To give it some slack.
Uh-huh.
It's to give it some slack.
Oh my god, she's suddenly no longer unconscious.
Yeah, Isra wakes up startled, surrounded by fire. Welcome back to the game.
that shit.
Hal is carrying a barrel. Morthal is carrying a fishwoman. Actually, as soon as you guys got up to the deck, and Pane saw this and Hal, you've moved off to the side, Fabella sees Azura in Morth's
Fish
arms
form.
and is so confused. She runs up to you and she's like, "What the hell happened here?" Azura looks back at her, And actually, she reaches her arms to go round Thabella's neck and hoists herself into Thabella's arms, which is kind of confusing because she is a lot heavier than she used to be, what with a tail and all now, and also quite wet. And Azura tells Thabella that I have no idea. I got into the water and I'm like this now. And she's like crying into Thabella's neck, and she has no idea. And she sort of says, there's a child, and I need to get them back. And she points to where Hal is, and she says to Thabella, take me over to Hal. And
Okay, so what?
Azura in all of Thabella in all of her confusion actually does, dodging through a couple of flames.
Okay,
I'm still continuing to try and at least treat the flames with ray of frost.
You're keeping like the worst of it at bay, but like it is smoldering and cindering quite badly.
That's fine. I don't think we're going to be getting any money back for this trip.
I spent my 100 gold
still
well.
tied up downstairs.
No. That's up to Sarek. Is Sarek on deck? The scholar?
Yes.
Okay.
We got loads of like unconscious and tied up people downstairs.
Right.
Yeah,
Do I still have my skirt on?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, I
It's
still have
it's
one.
probably a bit damp now, but yeah, you can stay on.
It's a bit damp with seawater, I'm sorry.
Can Resh go check on the people who we tied up downstairs?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. He's gonna go downstairs and check on them, see if they're still. I don't think so, considering we solved the source of the issue. But are they still enthralled or awake?
No, they're not enthralled anymore, you think, but they are definitely unconscious. The captain lies in the bed still, in the room. There are a lot more crystals there than there were when you last saw them, but he seems to be stable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So because Alina's awake, so Alina, the fire was set by, you don't know who set the fire, but it's just on the top deck, because little Molotovs basically exploded and set things on fire. All of us are splashed with seawater because we were in the hold, but how you start to like come out of it and how like, I think you were probably just dazed because that's easier than expecting him to carry a woman and a barrel and the water and the child.
Yeah.
He's strong. He's not that strong. So he's sort of been leading you, but so you kind of come back to yourself completely, and you're with him at the side of the ship, and he has this barrel that if you look into, there's this like an unconscious mer child inside of it that we can't heal, and he's looping the rope around the balustrade, and he's just like, okay, either can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I can't swim. I would rather go down with, but I'm gonna hold the rope and lower the barrel down slowly. Millie, I'm gonna assume that at the midpoint of the ship there are steps, like not steps, but like ledges cut into it that make it easier to climb up and down from the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that is there.
However, whilst you're discussing this, Thabella and Azura arrive, and she says, "There's no need. I'll just go. I can."
I just want someone alongside the barrel to keep it steady. I don't want this shaking, and I don't want it to drop.
I think she's just gonna jump off the side of the boat.
Bye-bye.
I
With the
absolutely
baby?
am.
Bye.
I might need rope to get back up, but otherwise, yes.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
I'm gonna let the child down. Are you just gonna jump with the child in your arm?
Yes.
You know your body, but okay.
I would rather that than let the child and the barrel get dangerously close to the side of the ship.
Well, they're going over the side of the ship. Okay, you know what?
But I will be
Exactly.
holding
Yes,
the child,
just-
but
Just yes. And he like goes and tips the barrel so it's easier for her to reach inside.
and from Thabella's arms, she sort of gestures to let her down, and she does, and she scoops up this child into her arms, and she looks at Thabella before saying, "I'll be back eventually," and she goes over the side, and you see them splash into the water as you look overboard, and that's the last you see.
Okay, good. Fire! Put out the fire!
Fire
Rush
is
is trying to wake up the crewman.
How
We
does the
need
head
help.
count goes? Where's Resh? Where's Resh? Oh, shit.
Yeah. You can probably use
How
the
close to
thaumaturgy
Coast
to
Guard?
just.
They're actually pretty close at this point.
Okay, wonderful.
You actually kind of see them and they go, "Oi!
We're a bit on fire!
We noticed!"
Okay, great. Can you put it out, or can we at least come on your ship?
We'll pick you up!
I go to find Resh,
you.
and I...
Rush is untying and cutting free all the unconscious crewmen and
Okay.
trying to figure out the logistics of getting them upstairs.
Yeah, and Hal sees that he grabs our packs, because it is our room, and I grab any of our stuff that we've left, and then I go to find the captain. Who is asleep, and that one I just sort of pick up. That one's important. I take that one.
Morse will come down and grab like one or two. He's fairly strong.
Just stack them.
One over
Yeah,
each
'cause-
shoulder.
Between
Lean over
and
that.
then Rush can help the other one. So there was three. So yeah, Rush can help the other one. So
And
taking them upstairs.
as we leave, because I check the scholars room and I get the captain, our room is empty and I've got our stuff, anything we weren't actually carrying, and then I like kick open and I make sure that the family is not in their room. They're not in their room? They're on deck? The elf, the drow, and their child?
Really?
Sorry,
Really?
yes, you can. But like
Okay.
everyone is on deck and they're all looking at the ship, just anxiously waiting to leave.
Okay, good. Then we bring these people out on deck, and
Hang on,
yay.
I realised why I had this closed. Shut up, James. And yeah, so you get everyone up on deck. Sorry, was there anything else you were trying to do?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
You should have seen
Get
if
our
the captain
stuff,
had some
get the
money in
people.
the room.
You
Penny?
so you-
Hal gives you such a look when you say that joke. Because he's had a
I'm
bad
not
day.
there with you. I'm not there with you. I'm still up on deck,
Oh no, I come up on
trying
deck
to
with the
freeze
people.
things.
Are there Azura said there were life jackets. Are there lifeboats? Are there little boats?
there
Yeah,
are,
there's-
but
The
you
crew took
almost
them.
yeah don't need to worry about that. You can see that there is a mage aboard. Now that you're pretty much side by side at this point, you and the Coast Guard, and you can see there's sort of a handful of mages there, and they are crafting bridges out of wooden planks across the boats where there is no fire, and you can see the captain of that boat sort of beckoning you across, like, come on.
Okay, everybody across.
Okay, Resh
Oh,
first,
run,
Penny, Morth.
I'll go last.
No, Health goes last.
that-
Everyone jump over. No, you got people to carry.
Rush is carrying
Yeah,
one of the
You go
unconscious
first.
people, so
I'm
he's
keeping
going.
the fire down until everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, Hal takes the captain across, and he's just like hovering anxiously at the edge, like counting his party. Like, no.
Okay, yeah, you get everyone.
I'll jump up and run across.
Yeah, you get everyone relatively safely across.
Yay!
People have a couple of
Onto
burns,
the boat.
possibly some smoke in their lungs, but otherwise,
I'm still slightly poisoned.
yeah, it's all good. And you manage to get on this man's ship, and it's a bit odd seeing the ship that you were on for a couple of days just go up in flames. Like, you're not quite sure how to feel about it, considering you didn't really have a particular emotional attachment to it.
Good riddance.
But yes, you are now on the ship, and you have time for a long rest and to level up
Oh my
before
gosh.
you land in Tortuga.
Yeah, Rush
Yay.
puts down the person and falls
there-
unconscious.
Yeah,
Oh, no!
Hal picks up Resh and like he's not like on the ground, and then passes out.
Is there time for me to bother that a mage is on board and ask them to teach me things?
You're covered in blood and
Yeah,
poison.
you're absolutely covered in blood.
Morse just like puts a hand on her shoulder and is like, "We've got a day or two till Tortuga. Take a rest."
Okay, but then I'm going to ask them to teach me spells.
Yes,
That'll
yes.
be
Go bed.
leveling
Yes,
up.
dear.
Yes, dear.
And I will
Okay.
send you a list of spells that you learn from them.
Yeah! There goes the rest of my money.
Yeah, pretty much. Well done,
Worth
guys,
it.
for finishing that in the way that I least expected.
Nice, of course.
Setting things on
I
fire.
hate all of you.
Wait, I knew it. I knew you would end up setting things on fire.
It wasn't even her this time.
Wait, really? Wait,
Yeah.
what? Oh, who set things on fire?
The asshole of a first mate.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Really?
the one who was trying to. Gotcha.
To be fair,
Lily wanted us to solve a puzzle, but
Yeah.
my glowing magic hammer said otherwise.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did say I was going to scorching ray shit.
Yep.
You
That
did,
is
yeah,
what I
exactly.
did.
So when I came to and I saw fire, my immediate thought was, oh shit,
Oh, yeah.
she scorched it, didn't she?
No. Luckily, scorching ray is a targeted spell. If I'd
Oh, wait,
decided
is it
to burning hands, on the other hand.
My hit die is a D10? I thought it was a D8. Oh, I'm taking the. Not doing that.
Okay,
Okay, well.
so we get to level 5,
Yeah,
right?
you get to level
Yeah.
5 now. You are now
Yeah.
level 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, my proficiency bonus. Yay.
Da-da-da.
Cool.
Okay, it's right. If you listen to the episode, I failed like 7
Oh
attempts
my
to get out of
god.
the thrall.
She really did.
She had advantage
well.
for 2 of them and still failed. Still failed
Right,
with
let me
advantage.
just wrap this up quickly. Thank you very much for listening to 6.5 of Tales of Elorien. We will be back possibly next week, possibly the week after, depending on what my work schedule is. I have no idea, but otherwise, until then, see you later.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye!